I'm looking at stocks right now, guys, and I try to figure out some of the moves that I'm trying to make on Nasdaq. But from what I'm gathering, stocks move a lot more different than futures do. They're just a lot more in the moment, as opposed to like there's certain algorithms and angles you could approach futures with. But um, But I'm realizing that the strategy for this one is there has to be there has to be two exhaustions or two fatiguing of the move in order for something to work. So, for instance, right here, we would pay attention to maybe this one. This is a liquidity sweep. I guess this would be just my strategy, my liquidity. So right here we have an exhaustion move, which is followed by like a push up, which is followed by like a push up shortly after. And then we have a fatiguing move as well towards the upside. So we have a failed break to the downside right here. And it actually worked. So we have, where is it? Oh, right here, the volume profile. Oh, shit. So we have a fatiguing move right here. I guess the real fatiguing move would be this one, right? Because this got respected by this one. So the real fatiguing move would be this one, and then we pushed up. This got respected, which is nice. And then we pretty much ended up fatiguing, but I mean, you wouldn't have had to guess 50-50 within this if you just paid attention to this fatigue move and this one as well. So we have double confirmation as well for this one. So we had one and then two, right? And that's kind of like the pattern that I'm trying to watch out for. We had a big fatigue move right here. We broke down. We engulfed 3 candles, which is a positive sign. I don't know if this one has a fatigue move up there, but I'm sure there's a lot of short orders because I mean this one's a pretty small candle. It means it was squeezed a lot, so this could be counting as one of those. And then we actually had, so I guess the fatigue move would be this one. That would be the fatigue move. And then I would just look for another one just to give it double confirmation. So this one right here, just we had a pullback of orders getting rejected at this, meaning that the move was so strong that when we try to buy up here, we completely just got absorbed and rejected. So I would just look for 2 of these and then I would enter. And right here would be a pretty good privileged position because you have a pretty short um, right here, more like that, right? And then you would pretty much just assume that you overcame that. So you would have some good room to do that. Um, so right here, what will we do? So the beginning of the move would be right here, something like that. We have a fatiguing move right there, and then we would look for another one. It could be, it doesn't even have to look like exactly like this setup. I always look for either a squeeze like you guys seen up there, or I would look for an engulfing candle similar to this one. That completely, we have an engulfing candle right here, which is pretty much the same thing as this. But I guess you could still measure it, see if, yeah, I guess that would still count, right? Yeah, that would pretty much count. But right here, you just look for your entry right here. Let's say you had it pretty long right here because you wanted extra confirmation. It was still a pretty good move. But you have to watch out because there's a pretty big space right here where there's like damn near no orders. So let's see what this looks like. Is there really no orders here? Shit. No. I can't really see it. Maybe I have to turn it on or something, but I mean, we ended up fatiguing at right at this like price gap, which is very interesting. But right here, you see pretty much the same exact thing. A fatigue right here. I consider this a fatigue. We also had a squeeze. I mean, this one would have been extremely interesting because this one was a squeeze right here, and then we fatigued at this level, respecting this, and it ended up working out in our favor as well. We ended up having a fatigue right here. You probably could have entered somewhere along the lines of this. And then you would have had another pretty good to the downside, right? Depending on how much you risk, or if you're really good at trailing stops, then you could have probably made a shit ton of money. If you were an expert in trailing stops, this would have been a really good move for you. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to pretty much record this. Maybe this might be an updated strategy that I'm trying to approach, that I might be approaching with, so that might be, I just wanted to record this. If you guys have any more ideas that I should be interested or looking into, just leave them down in the comments. I'll be reading you guys, so